Oh, hello everybody. Welcome to It's Tuesday, my dudes. The first It's Tuesday, my dudes, of 2020. Turtles fly. Thank you for the gifted subscriptions. I gotta say, I see some known quantities in the gifted subscription list. I'm hoping that now that they have a subscription, they're gonna behave. There are some known entities there, though. Names that, in the do-while loop of moderation that goes on in my brain, I recognize you. Don't think I don't recognize you. There will be no naming nor no shaming. So today, dude, it's been a roller coaster trying to figure out what the heck we're going to play for Unity. Is still unknown. Any suggestions in chat will be banned. Specifically because we've heard them all, I promise you. This is something that you just need to work out between the four of us. There's a short list. Don't listen to Dan. Here's the thing. I don't want to put Dan on blast, all right? But the last message he sent in the Unity chat is what are the options? I gave him a list of options, no reply. In my chat, he's in here. Give me suggestions. How are we supposed to come to a conclusion if you don't respond to my message in the proper channel and instead you're trying to create agitation out in the public channel? I didn't see The Wire. I will also say, and Dan, this is more comical than anything else. I'm not trying to put you too much on blast, but this weekend, Dan did send me a message that said, yo, by the way, and then he clearly sent a message after that and deleted it, so I had a Discord notification from him, but no message. And then I replied and went, what the hell? And he went, sorry, I had to delete it. Let me know when you're back. I let him know when I was back. And then I checked Discord like half an hour later. Notification, no message. Yet again. Daniel needs to learn how to talk to millennials and Zoomers. You never send a message that's like, we need to talk, and then ghost them. I've built a wall of brick and mortar around my own Zoomer anxiety. But you're gonna push people's cortisol levels up to like 125. It's like what like 55-year-old bosses do. They'll send you like an email that's like, we need to talk. And you're like, oh shit, I'm getting fired. You go into their office and they're like, can you sign Sherry's birthday card? You're like, hey, listen, Grandpa, that's not the way we do these conversations in the new millennium. Okay? You send an email that says, hey, can you come to my office to sign Sherry's birthday card? You don't send a message that says, we need to talk. Or can you please come to my office for a meeting? Instead of sending a real smile, we send an emoji. Homegrown Simpson stuff. Anyway. We're going to start today. We're going to play Hades. It's easy. Then following that, I think we're going to play Jump King. And then I installed 80 gigabytes of Rainbow Six Siege. Whether or not we play it on Unity, we might be able to squeeze an extra hour out, at least. I hope you know, by the way, Dan, welcome to my home field advantage. In other chats, I can be polite, I can be a little impolite. In my chat, these are my people, and I am the people's champion. I have fought in the trenches for days to keep us from playing Escape from Tarkov on Unity. You're welcome. I have laid my body on the line. I have issued unfair ultimatums. I have threatened. I have cajoled. I've done everything that needed to be done to not play Escape from Tarkov on Team Unity. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's not even that I don't like Tarkov. It's just, hold on, let me load up Hades before we have this conversation. I mean, Hades is pure banter, so... Tarkov's fine. I would love to play it on Unity if they add a spectate mode. Because there is no spectate mode, I think it's terrible for Unity right now. Why is it always Dan's suggestions that get yeeted? Because he's the loudest when his suggestions get yeeted. I spent about an hour last night popping maybe a dozen suggestions into the Team Unity Discord. None of them were yeeted. They were actually predominantly just ignored. Thank you, an anonymous gifter, for the gifted subscriptions. Much appreciated. What's the streak at in Hades? So the streak in Hades is like 1, but it's because I've been cranking the heat up every single run. So no longer are we... Like on 1 heat, we would never lose again. That's not exciting. So I think I just won a run on 8 heat. So we're trying to take it even a little bit higher than that. Hold on, you can't see anything. I forgot. One of these. There you go. I love the out of context 40-year-old virgin quote. It has no context whatsoever, but somebody in chat said, I want you to do me because you're the yo-yo master. And it makes me laugh every time. Oh yeah, I want you to do me so bad because you're the yo-yo master. Do me, yo-yo guy. You know what? Let's go Zagreus aspect and just crank on this ammo. 24 ammo in the gun. Gratata.
Which to choose?
Now, we have the railgun. I'm trying to think what's a good railgun function. I actually think yeah, sure, butterfly's always fun, but it's too easy. Hit me with some Zeus, and then hopefully we can empower our basic attack. Oh, you know what? You're absolutely... Forget Zeus, dude. No, hold on. I accidentally swapped weapons. Forget Zeus. Give me Dionysus, so we can get those poison stacks going on. 8 heat. I'm ready, boys.
Put in extra work for those bounties.
Why are some chambers...
Yeah. Lore. I can't believe I have 45 hours in this game. It's still lore.
Go where you please.
Just relax with the lore a little bit. I get it.
Lord Dionysus.
Your special inflicts poison. Your call inflicts poison. Alright, we'll go with our special inflicts poison.
How about another?
Because I think the poison call is relatively stinky. Which lore is best? Spire, Isaac, or Hades? Hades for sure. Not even close. I mean, Spire has no lore, which for me is the best lore, but that feels like circumventing the question as it was presented. Isaac lore, look, it means different things to different people, okay? But like, oh, excuse me. At this point, I'm kind of at like, you know, Five Nights at Freddy's level with Isaac. Or it's just like they keep pumping out content that changes the lore even more, and I'm just like, I'm over it. Just give me more mechanics, dude. Yo! Slain foes toss an inferno bomb. Afterwards, your attack does 76% damage. Epic. 76% damage boost times 24 shots per clip. We got a pretty solid thing going here. This is a testament not to me, but to the game design of Hades. The more I play Hades, the better I get, but not even in the way that I like learn enemy patterns, like the way that you get better at, you know, most games. I've reached the point, I feel, where I understand what I need for my run and how to like tailor my run to get that. And it feels great. Mouth, thank you for the raid. And thank you for the that was bad. Thank you for the entertainment while I was on my jog today. Although my Bluetooth headphones died about 3 minutes into my run, so I didn't really get to hear anything you were saying, but I did watch you blap some fools on interchange. Is it normal for the enemies to just stand there while you unload a clip in them with iron sights at point blank range? Is that a recent Tarkov innovation? It's been a while. I ran 17 gold. Are you crazy? I ran 2.5 miles at 6 miles an hour. So it was like a 25-minute. It was a jog, really, more than a run. It's only my second jog of the year, though. First one, you know, just getting back into the swing of things. I did like 5 minutes on, 5 minutes off. Or sorry, 5 minutes on, 1 minute off for like 2 miles. It felt pretty good. This time I was like, I don't know, maybe I'll do, 10 minutes on, 1 minute off. But instead, I just did 25 minutes straight. It felt a lot better. Daedalus hammer. Very important. How's the meniscus? Feels great, dude. My right Achilles feels pretty bad, but I think that's more of like that's a wear and tear, like, you know, snowboard issue more than anything else. I mean, it's the thing is, you know, like, it's the same with like lifting weights. The hard part is, you know, if your cardiovascular system's okay, the hard part is starting slow enough that you don't fuck up your joints. Yeah, flurry fire, dude. Extra ammo capacity, your attack is faster and more accurate. Triple bomb is also interesting, but we've taken it probably on like every other run so far. And hold on, our Chaos Boon has transformed. We're gonna be like incredibly strong.
Oh, this place.
The speed! Now we just need like crit chance. So we'll probably swap to an Artemis trinket. Oh, it doesn't stun him. That's fair. Next, Artemis trinket. Your base attack has a higher crit chance. This run's over. Although I do have the heat activated that requires you to give up 1 boon per floor. Dash causes a lightning bolt to strike nearby foes. I mean, I think that dash is fine, but I'm gonna go with the call regardless. Think the damage potential from that is okay, and I want a better dash. Like, if anything, I really want the deflect dash from Athena if possible. It's a little scummy to just take the same dash over and over, but the Athena dash is like, is so good, dude. It's actually broken. Like, it should probably be nerfed, I think. Especially given how easy it is to force it, I guess, but... Stop talking. They're gonna nerf it. I mean, it's just like, it's too good. I always feel weird about roguelite balance, though, you know? Because it seems like I'm kind of an aberration in the community. Like, the community is predominantly concerned with playing it in the... Like, you ever feel like sometimes roguelike communities are like their own worst enemy? That's pretty much where I'm going with this. That's the bit. Okay, hold on. I don't care about gems. Let's see what else we can get. I need more keys. We're kind of grinding. But, like, roguelike communities are not concerned with the equilibrium of the game. They're concerned with the maximum amount of win that they're able to get for their own selves, most of the time. But that's not what makes a roguelike fun in an agnostic sense. I feel like a lot of games get caught in this, like, weird Cold War / arms race. Where, like, as soon as something gets found for being great, it gets nerfed and, you know, vice versa, if that makes sense. Oh, I want the gold.
Consider this a warning.
This isn't a MOBA? Well, I think, like, I don't know. I think it's valid. I don't think it's valid in every game. Like, the obvious counter example is Isaac, where they made that game harder, and I think most people's opinion is that that has made it a worse game than it was before. But I think, like, another example is, like, both Hades and Wizard of Legend, people have said to me, like, yeah, they were fun, but I stopped playing it because the game was too easy to solve for how to win. I'm like, well, you ever consider, like, cranking up the difficulty?
Why do I bother?
I'll take it.
That's a lot of gold early. Zeus? Just Zeus, okay. I don't mind a Zeus boon. I don't mind a Zeus boon. Like, it's kind of where I find myself, is that, you know, people are like... I hear people say, like, I got bored of the game quickly. Maybe not for Hades, but for, like, other roguelites. Wizard of Legend, I always feel like Wizard of Legend got done dirty. Like, it had its house painted by Robert De Niro. People looked up, like, the optimum solutions for how to beat that game, and exclusively, like, executed that in a loop, and then when it's too easy. Well, yeah, if you look up the best techniques, it's gonna be too easy. I want just lightning damage on my attack. And this is a boon that we could yeet if necessary. I'm gonna spend, and you could yeet a pomegranate. It became gold, which is fine. But I think pomegranates are not particularly strong. And the thing is, changing a pomegranate can give you a boon. I've seen it happen, I promise you that. Poms are great. Disagree. Disagree in a big way. Chain lightning is crushing, though. Give me some Zeus again. I love, somebody said this as a negative. I think it's a negative, but in a positive way. It replaces the poison. I don't want to replace anything because we have to yeet one anyway, so I'm just going to take more chain lightning. But I love the fact that the boon, or sorry, the heat increase that takes away a choice shows you what choice is taken away. I think that's a master stroke of game design, because it makes you feel like you know what you're missing instead of maintaining willful ignorance, and I think that's beautiful. It's evil. It's a very evil game design choice. And I support it in a big way. Because I don't respect the player. Even when the player is me. So, how am I feeling about this right now? Good. I feel like our damage potential, you know, could be higher. A little bit of a slow fight here. Keep in mind, our special has poison, which is not really, like, great because we're not spamming it too often. It's a slow special. Whoa! I don't know what's happening. Okay, hold on. You guys have got to relax for a second. Simplify the room a little bit. Have we reached that point with Hades where people are like, stop talking about Hades? It's at the Isaac point? Not quite yet, I think. Okay, we're gonna call here. I don't know if it's gonna, you know, not quite gonna finish the job, but we got a few coming. There we go. Easy fight. Hydra fight is garbage. Changed my mind. It seems like the Hades community is kind of with you. Like,
Make her unveil the gift.
hold on, what do I want? I want Artemis benefits now, please. I mean, the Hydra fight, I think is I don't think it's good, but I think it's not terrible. Take my call, please, or my special. Honestly, I think you could actually take my special on this one. We have to sell one because of one of the heat levels I'm on. If you're confused about what's going on there. Yeah, I think the Hydra run is just a little, or the Hydra fight is just a little boring. Like, a lot of people in chat are like, I've never died on the Hydra. Same. I mean, I've used the Death's Defiance, but I've never had the Hydra ruin my run. Get extreme measures? Like, extreme measures is on. People keep telling it. It's like, extreme measures is pretty close to being a fucking yo-yo string. Let me tell you, every time I play Hades on stream, people are talking to me about extreme measures. It's on, dude. It's on. Shut up. We're gonna crank it bit by bit. Just relax. It's only on one, I'll admit, so only the first boss has the effect. Just relax. Charlie XCX stands unite. I hate both of these, but we'll take that. I have nothing against Charlie XCX. However, I think stands should not unite. I think social media is better when stands stand alone. That's my take on the subject right now. Because when stands stand together, there's a hive mind kind of culture, and they swarm people, and they ruin trending topics. I got nothing against the standing, but I think standing alone is perhaps a... I would prefer that. If you have no choice but to stand because they're wearing the jorts and the Air Max 95s, I understand. I stand alone. Hello, Artemis. We'll just take the crit chance. I would like the cast, to be honest, but we'll take the crit chance.
My senses sharpen.
Athena Dash. That would be nice.
Away we go.
The barge does not frighten me.
Surprise.
I did see there was a great... I don't even want to get into it. And I mean this for the first time sincerely. So you know it's going to be good if I get into it despite not wanting to get into it. But you know, PewDiePie got robbed. He had like a home invasion in January. I feel like most sane people are like, yeah, home invasion's pretty messed up. I saw one Twitter account like went off. And was like, screw him, I hate him, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. But then, like, their tweet went semi-viral, and they said, make sure you go see Birds of Prey in theaters when it comes out in February. And I'm like, that's your... That's your takeaway from this? Is after all of that, your whole purpose on the account was to drum up controversy in order to get people to see a Warner Brothers superhero movie. Is an ad, a crummy commercial, exactly. I don't know, I found it funny. I've reached the point of nihilism on social media. In real life, I'm a real optimist, sincerely. But on social media, I've just become so numb to people constantly being angry about everything that it's just comical. Like today in Canada, Deflect Special is not worth much here, but Deflect Cast with more damage, I can live with it. The last Zellers shut down in Canada today. Zellers is basically like Target, and like people on Twitter are like the predominant emotion in the trending topic is like, oh man, nostalgia for Zellers. It's a store! I'm not here to tell you like your memories are invalid, but they don't care about you at all, dude. It's a department store. Yeah, it's like, and the thing is, hey, I love Canada, I love my countrymen, but we are hypocrites. If we saw, like, in America, like, RIP Walmart was trending, there would be, like, tens of thousands of tweets that are like, look at the silly Americans, so nostalgic over Walmart. But meanwhile, we're like, yo, Zellers is different, dude. The store had a restaurant in it. That hurt. All I need to know is I saw a comment that said, what an absolutely terrible take, and was approximately essay length, and it got wiped away in a flood of comments, and I felt so many nanograms of dopamine released from my neurons. I might feel sad for the rest of the day because there's no more dopamine to release.
Back to the lowest depths with them.
Nostalgia for a thing that's shutting down because nobody shops there anymore. Look, I'm in real danger of going big brain on this one though. The big brain is like, never be nostalgic for anything. But it's the same situation, when people were like nostalgic about, or they were morose that Toys R Us was getting shut down. And I'm like, dude, okay. I mean, I hear you. Stop buying your kids' toys on Amazon if you love the store that much. Well, hold on, NL. That's not what I meant. What I meant is like, my brain has an emotional attachment to that giraffe. I didn't mean I was actually going to take any action. I just, I love that dang giraffe because I loved it when I was 5 and haven't thought about it in 20 years. NL should watch Company Man. Company Man. Is it it sounds like a documentary, but it also might be an anime. That's the danger here. Yo, I'm gonna lose my second Death's Defiance as well. This is why you should, just like Oasis said, dude, you should never look back in anger.
Nearly got me.
You find yourself in this situation.
Yum.
Pomegranate, like this is shop territory for sure. What about being nostalgic for friends who are not your friends? I don't care, dude. Like, you can be nostalgic for whatever. That doesn't bother me at all. It's not gatekeeping. I just disagree and think it's silly. You're entitled to have whatever opinion. I'm not trying to stop you from having the opinion. My personal opinion is just that it's comical.
Onward.
Hey man, I have memories from that Zeller's restaurant. Eating a bunch of absolutely terrible club sandwiches on, some of the worst bread I've ever had in my entire life that was taken from the store. The bowling pins on the walls? Yeah, dude. I even have great Zellers memories. Going into the Zellers when they first got the self-checkout system, but nobody at Zellers knew how to run the self-checkout system, so just buying like some lip balm took 45 minutes. I'll always remember the days of 45 minutes to purchase a basic good at a store designed to sell basic goods. Rip, dude. They don't make them like that anymore. Self-checkouts have come a long way. You know what store has a great self-checkout, dude? Home Depot. IKEA? Sure, IKEA is fine. Although every time I use self-checkout at IKEA, I am a little paranoid I'm accidentally going to steal like a $200 piece of furniture. The self-checkouts at our local grocery stores are like absolutely horrible here. But when we were buying like home improvement stuff from the Home Depot, I was stunned how well the self-checkout worked there. Nothing but respect for my Home Depot. It's fine, the Alexes aren't actually worth 200 bucks. Well, I mean, they're worth whatever people are willing to pay for them, I suppose. Is there 200 bucks of, you know, wood in them? No, that would make it pretty hard to run a business, I suppose. If you sold things at exactly what the cost to manufacture them was. But the other thing is, like, if I accidentally stole an Alex from an IKEA, then when it tipped over and fell on me and crushed my leg, I wouldn't have recourse to sue the corporation. So, you know, it's really, you take the good with the bad. Hold on. It's just a little funky. We should not lose this, or lose a Death's Defiance here. But the run has gotten a little touchy, I will admit. I think we need a better special, and I don't know, dude, like more damage on our basics. Even though we already have the Chaos boon, I feel like, actually our basic is fine. I think our special's trash right now. That could have been worse.
Enough. Far for me.
We'll have you back here.
Have your psychic grandson save you? I will say, I don't know what that means. Is that a lore? Is that a lore thing? Oh, it's a Life is Strange reference. That's right. I think I'm gonna dump the call. I only really use it for bosses most of the time, which means there's probably a pretty good chance that I will get another one before the next boss, or alternatively, I might not have needed it anyway. It's an alt-tab situation. This floor is very important, though.
Elysium.
We need to make big moves. We'll start with the Daedalus. I am selling my boons. Somebody asked why does he keep selling his boons. The level of heat I'm on, one of the requirements is that we get rid of one boon per floor. So if we don't sell a boon, when we go to the door, it goes, hey, don't come back until you've sold a boon. So I'm just skipping the middleman. My controller! My controller! I froze, dude! Okay, we're back. It's alright. HP, we didn't take too much heat there. Life goes on. Dude, I had an insane run with the sword. I'm just gonna go for the prophecy. Look, I think the bottom one was way better for us, but I'm gonna go for the prophecy because this is a Twitch run instead of a YouTube run. Yo. Anyway, I had the greatest run. I had the sword with the aspect that makes the special dislodge casts that are stuck in enemies. Then I had, you know, casts that were insanely good. I had 5 cast ammo, and then I had the boon that makes it so that when the cast is dislodged from an enemy, they take like a ton of damage. It was like that boon, but at the epic tier. So, like, I had the sword, but literally every single encounter was just spam cast. If the enemy's not dead, press Y on them, they're dead. I don't think I used the basic attack after, like, the second floor.
In the name of Hades.
It was beautiful. This is a bummer, because, like, I think this is legendary, but kind of sucks. I think we want this. This is like getting one of those mythic rares in your magic pack that you can never play. I don't think this is that valuable. That's true. Well, here's the thing. You're like, why don't you take it and then you could sell it? Yeah, but it has to be sellable for us. It has to be chosen. It's better than you think. I mean, I've had it before, so I would like some facts to back it up. Losing triple dash does suck. Makes life easy. It's not a... Just for that. Just for the makes life easy comment, we're going with the one that seems to pass the smell test. Let the records show you had your chance. I think we want Athena so we can maybe get the deflect dash. Is this still in early access? It is, and I actually, like, does anybody know where the game is going from here? Like, right now, I feel like the game is at a really good length. Yeah, the next thing I peeped the spoiler of, like, they're adding a new Olympian, which will give new boons, which is pretty sick, but, they're implementing a VR mode. Hell yeah, dude. You know, I was looking at everything that Steam had to offer for Team Unity purposes. I searched through the entire Battle Royale tag. I was surprised to see there were only like 14 games that have the Battle Royale tag on Steam that I could find at least. For all the fervor of being sick of Battle Royales, that hurt a lot. That hurts a ton. There's still so few of them.
In the name of Hades.
Deflect attack would be so good, dude. But we'll take the call for sure.
Protection.
And we'll go Dionysus. At this point, we need Death's Defiance back as quickly as possible.
I can't. Damn, he's recovered.
1 second. This room has no banter. It's pure focus. Yeah, Dionysus has a boon that gives Death's Defiance. I forget what it is. I think I've only seen it once, but it exists, dude. For sure. He doesn't? I think he does, though. That's Athena. Is both, brother. Is both.
Nice.
I think. Unless it's Chaos that has the other one. Athena has 2, Chaos has 1. Dionysus has 1. I do sympathize, for the record, with people who are annoyed. And if you think you're annoyed now, just wait, dude. But people who are annoyed with Team Unity's inability to select a game for this week, as of this moment. I am... All I can say in my own, or our own defense, is like... we're living in dry times. Like, this would be a perfect week for us to be able to play PUBG. But again, it's on maintenance, because they still haven't... Alright, let's not be rude, I guess. If there was... This one's going in a nightmare zone. If it was not for the maintenance, we would have played PUBG here for sure. The other thing is, like, if you want it... Here, chat, if you can come to a consensus for what you want Unity to play, I will be less annoyed as well. But, the same 15 suggestions pop up over and over. GTFO, we did bring up, but there are people in Unity who don't want to play it. And also, I think chat would complain a lot about there being no banter. That's a big one.
In the name of Hades.
Let's try this.
Strong stuff.
I don't want Tarky PUBG. Here's the thing. Not having something you want to veto does not count. That's the nightmare mode. You can't say what you don't want to see. You have to say what you want to see.
What is it this time, stranger?
Nope. Just on one of my...
You think this...
That's huge.
Thank you, sir.
Siege, I do appreciate. I've been rooting for Siege for a long time. And I hope that we'll get a chance to see it today. But, like, a lot of this stuff I think is very, like... I think there's very valid reasons not to play it. Like, another suggestion that comes up all the time is Civ. Civ's awkward because, like, Malf's never played it before. And also, I think it's kind of a snooze for a lot of people. GTFO is going to be a little banterless. Monster Hunter World, I am the only person who's played any of it. I don't think I'm qualified to teach people how to play it, and I think the yo-yo stringing in chat would just be absurd. Moreover, I don't... Like, to be fair, Dan's been the one suggesting it. I don't think he comprehends that you have to fight the same boss, you know, 10 times in order to get loot. I know he's here. I keep telling him. And the other thing is, I think the only people who want to watch Monster Hunter are people who are also Monster Hunter fans, and that scares the crap out of me because I think chat is exclusively going to be yo-yo stream.
All clear.
75 gems. So what about WoW? Well, Apollo doesn't want to play any Activision Blizzard properties right now, and to be honest, I support that. I said Deep Rock Galactic. Dan hit me with the snooze. Dan said Path of Exile. I hit him with the snooze. Hey. These are all pretty bad, but I guess we'll take this.
Time to hunt.
I would play CSGO, but that's one. Like, every Unity game has a different cross-section of Unity members that say no. Malf and Apollo are too zoomerish to understand CSGO. Because there's no aiming down sights unless you have the op or, like, one of the other guns. Dan and I understand it. Malf is literally the same age as you. Wrong. He's older. Never forget. I feel like I am screwed on this run, but might have a chance because of the Death's Defiance.
Anytime.
Malf also choked you out. Yeah, but that was before I was 200. I was probably 198 that day. So a lot of people are suggesting tabletop sim stuff as well. My thing with that is I would love to play board games. I do not want to play board games in tabletop on Unity because I find I don't mind it on the NLSS as long as like somebody involved knows what they're doing, but I don't want to deal with the tabletop client for 4 hours straight, especially. I actually have floated it in the Unity call. Which now has 5 messages, and I have not looked at them, but I will after we finish this Hades run. I said, I will play any board game with better than mixed reviews on Steam and its own client. If people agree on it. Take the damage resistance. Actually, you know what? After Party, I think is super good for this run. It'll keep us from using so many Death's Defiances. Yo, could you just sell me some boons?
That's a relief.
I've gone to so many shops so far.
Gentlemen.
That hurt. Okay. How are we gonna do this? Basically, that hurt. I think we just have to unload. This is gonna suck. It's not gonna suck, it's just gonna take a while. Let's put it that way. Let's be more positive. "4 hours of Mysterium." Evolution has his own client and is 9 out of 10 on Steam. I mean, if you want to play like an hour of Evolution, I'll play an hour of Evolution. That game cannot sustain 4 hours. Excuse me, Bolt, please come here.
Anything to say for yourself, demon, before I slay you once again?
We will definitely end up using a Death's Defiance on this fight. This is going to be like the rare 6 Death's Defiance run. Just watch The Irishman or something. Dude, that'd be sick. If we could do a Team Unity watch party, I would love it. I don't think Netflix will be too happy, though. Especially because I tweeted them yesterday that in 2020 we stay on Amazon Prime. I can't see what you're doing! No snitching? Yeah, no snitching, chat. Watch the Cool Pussy Tunnel. It's not out yet. It doesn't come out till January 24th. I got it on my watch list. Alright, so, like, that was cool. This is the hard part now. Because this is just going to take 20 years. Prepare yourself. Can't you special on him 24/7? Suppose you can special on him when he's queuing up. That's true. Okay, I'm going to stop specialing on him because I think I should just be focusing on the dodge for that exact situation. That's why now I remember why I don't do that. This is not a bad fight. It's mostly a good fight. Our current build makes it a little snoozy. Still better than the Hydra fight. Amen to that. That hurt. Well, honestly, I consider it pretty sweet that we're not going to use 2 Death's Defiances on this. That's a little bit of a bonus. Not a good use of that. Please, thank you. Okay, we've made it.
That's one champion unseated.
We have that was kind of a little snoozer, I'll admit. We have
Your stubbornness shall only bring you pain.
we have 2 Death's Defiances. Let's change that to 3. We will sell Hunter's Mark. Get some HP back, and then thankfully be able to buy some boons. Probably 2 boons. I want anything but another shooter. It's one of my most commonly referred pieces of media, but I feel like David Cross on the pre-taped call-in show from the Mr. Show sketch. Your suggestion becomes invalidated when you suggest what you don't want to see. Ooh. If you suggest what you want to see, ooh, that's okay. Suggesting what you don't want to see is an invalid option. Anything that's not... It's like, you must be impossible to decide on a restaurant with somebody. What do you want to eat? Not Wendy's. Okay, that leaves a million restaurants. How long do you want to play this game?
Not yet.
Not KFC. Alright, your turn. Wendy's. I mean, I would never say not Wendy's. Except for a situation in which I had eaten at Wendy's too frequently in recent memory, but that never happens, so, you know, you're not going to get any strife from me on that one.
Not yet. No.
I think as long as we don't get hit by a trap and lose a Death's Defiance in a bad way, we're actually... Oh my god, that was nasty. We're actually likely to win this run. But I am very disappointed in our damage right now. The good thing is we have like a lot of time. Oh my god! We have a lot of time to get more boons. You're the one saying not PoE. Yeah, but I'm, you know, nobody actually wants to play PoE. Except, I don't even think Apollo wants to play PoE, to be honest. Dan suggested Grim Dawn. Plus, I'm vetoing PoE because it's one of those games. There's a few games that exist in this group. I think it's one of those games that a very small contingent of people ask you to play because they are addicted to the game themselves. And for everybody else, I think it's stream poison. Like EU4. Or Dota, or League of Legends, you know. Or, like, you know, there's games that I like that are in the same camp for sure. Like, you know, unfortunately, a lot of Zachtronics games tend not to stream particularly well. Ah, there were 30 gold! Every game is like that? I very much disagree. I think there are a lot of games that people will watch you play, even if they've never played them themselves.
Something I can use.
Yeah, like, people will watch Isaac. People will watch Hades, even if they haven't played Hades or haven't played it in a long time. People like Forza, even though, you know, they don't know what's happening there. Not everybody, but, you know, some people. GeoGuessr, yeah.
Here we are.
Spicy.
Cerberus just loves whatever this stuff is.
Poison Dash is probably our best option here. 279 gold. I think I'm gonna look for a... I'm gonna look for enough money to get the Hermes boon. So we're gonna take this. But it's... I think it's very risky. We run the risk of losing a Death's Defiance here for sure. Risk of Rain too. Look, you're gonna make me say it, aren't you? I don't think it's that fun to watch. Politely. Come on. It's totally my bad, but come on nonetheless.
What sort of terrible snakestone is that?
Please don't use a Death's Defiance. I'm begging you. I'm begging you! You poison sons of guns! Worst enemy in the game next to the chariot. Ah, that was actually pretty fast. I got no complaints. More gold? More gold?
Hope this can get me out of here.
Well, we got a ton of gold there.
Should help keep me going. The haste of Hermes.
Faster basic.
Delicious.
It's like an extra 210 damage per clip. Or 2% crit chance. I think I'm going for the extra 2% crit chance, honestly. I have faith.
The prince
They're both damage bonuses. One is just flat. One of them is a little bit more variable.
Made it.
I do wish I had more crit synergies, but like all of our Artemis boons were pretty much garbage.
The heavens and the...
Bad start. I love seeing the exclamation marks. Not in chat. Although it's better than the @ sign. Yeah, this one's a little spooky, to be honest.
You'll perish yet.
Just don't feel like on this run... It's not over yet. We still got a chance. But I do feel like on this run, we just kind of never got the yams.
Not interested in the analysis now, Father.
Fury of Olympus.
Definitely made some mistakes in the process that could have been costly. But I do feel somewhat yamless, to be honest. That went very well, though. Oh, I didn't even see the freaking... No! Okay, you stay out of the way. So you're saying there's a chance. Terrible timing on that. You know what would have been huge as well is the super Hades dash, and by Hades, as always, I mean Hermes, where we could have gotten 2 or 3 more dashes. Unfortunately, it was crossed out.
Fury of Olympus.
Bad place to stand. Ah, that's no good. Man, the swipe is dangerous too. Well, that's just gonna go. Not much I can do about that.
Enough of you.
Halfway.
Fall, I said.
Big lasers. As much as I would love to use a greater call, I think we're kind of forced into the tinier one just to keep us safe during the lasers. Because like 1 second of no safety during the lasers could end my life.
Olympus.
Case in point,
He's lucky too.
stay frosty. Stay frosty. You got him. Easy.
Again, you have defeated me somehow.
Got a little bit lucky on that one. To be honest, I think that was the worst run I've ever won with.
I did it.
And the time it took to do it makes a lot of sense as to that being the truth. But it's done. It did take us 7 lives. And we had to get super lucky and get that replenishment halfway through for sure. But gun not good. Gun is very good. I think I built in a way that would have been sick if we had gotten a couple of boons that rolled our way. But instead we got,
That was pretty good, all in all.
basically we got screwed, if by anything, by the Artemis boons not being what we needed, to be honest. But we still made it happen. I think that build is not great. Yeah, triple lob is super good. Anyway, we're going to move to Jump King. Which I have not played. I don't even really know what it is, except it's streamer bait, but good.